Here's something unbelievable: one man makes more money in a single day than many companies earn in a full year. And what if I told you the same man began with a small loan from his grandfather? A loan so tiny most people wouldn't dare build a dream on it. Yet he transformed it into Africa's largest industrial empire. This is the untold story of Aliko Dangote: the rise, the risks, and the relentless ambition. Dangote isn't just another billionaire whose name sits on a rich list. He is one of the most influential business leaders on the planet, controlling industries that millions depend on every single day. Cement that builds homes, sugar that sweetens kitchens, flour that feeds families, and energy that powers cities. But his story stands apart because he built all of this from Africa, not Silicon Valley or Wall Street. Many assume he inherited wealth or stepped into an already thriving empire, but Dangote's truth is far different. Born in 1960 in Kano, Nigeria, he entered a family of traders, not tycoons. They lived comfortably, but nowhere near the unimaginable wealth he would later create. What he lacked in privilege, he made up for in hunger, discipline, and a mind wired for opportunity. From childhood, Dangote showed signs of a business prodigy. While other kids played outside, he bought cartons of sweets and sold them to classmates. It wasn't about sugar, it was about learning margins, understanding demand, and turning small ideas into real money. Even as a boy, he was practicing the same skills that would later build an empire. At 21, while many his age searched for steady jobs, Dangote wanted something different. He wanted ownership. He wanted scale, so he approached his grandfather with a bold request: a $3,000 loan. That money was no fortune, yet Dangote saw possibility in it. He used every dollar strategically, importing sugar and cement products Nigeria desperately needed. Why did this work so well? Nigeria was expanding. Cities were growing. Construction was booming. Demand for sugar and cement was high, while competition was limited. Dangote wasn't just selling products. He was solving national problems. He traveled constantly, negotiated tirelessly, and reinvested every profit. Within years, he became a dominant force in trading. But trading wasn't enough for him. He saw a massive flaw. Imported goods had low margins and unpredictable costs. If he wanted true control and massive growth, he needed to build, not just buy. This realization changed the direction of his life. It pushed him toward manufacturing, toward creating the very products he once imported. Dangote began constructing factories for sugar, flour, pasta, and salt. These weren't small operations. They were large-scale industries designed to supply a growing nation. Soon, Dangote products filled Nigerian homes. Families cooked with Dangote flour, seasoned meals with Dangote salt, and relied on goods produced in his factories. He wasn't just growing a company, he was shaping daily life. Then came the industry that transformed his destiny: cement. Africa faced a severe cement shortage. Construction demand was exploding, but local production was weak, and prices were painfully high. Where many saw a broken market, Dangote saw a gold mine. He poured billions into new cement plants, modern equipment, and high-capacity infrastructure. The gamble paid off. By 2011, Dangote Cement controlled 70% of Nigeria's cement market. He expanded into over 10 African countries, turning his business into the largest cement producer in the region. This dominance pushed him to the top of Forbes' list as Africa's richest man. But beyond wealth, his investments created tens of thousands of jobs and changed African manufacturing forever. However, success didn't shield him from criticism. Many accused him of building a monopoly, claiming his size reduced competition. Others blamed him for high cement prices. But the truth is more complex. Nigeria's business climate is notoriously difficult: poor infrastructure, unstable currency, and heavy import dependence. Most investors avoid such challenges. Dangote dove into them. He faced project delays, factory breakdowns, financial risks, and political pressure. Yet he kept pushing. Dangote's principle was simple: Africa would never grow if Africans didn't build. and he was determined to prove that world-class industries could rise on African soil. His persistence would lead him to one of the boldest ventures ever attempted on the continent. That venture was the Dangote oil refinery, a project costing more than $18 billion, one of the largest private refineries on Earth. Its mission? To end Nigeria's dependence on imported fuel. That's right, Africa's biggest oil producer has historically imported almost all its petrol. Dangote wanted to change this once and for all, even if it meant taking on a near impossible challenge. The refinery faced trouble from day one. Delays, redesigns, global inflation, equipment shortages, political obstacles, everything that could go wrong did. Most people would have abandoned the project, but Dangote refused to quit. He believed that energy independence was key to Africa's future, and he was willing to risk his reputation and fortune to make it happen. If successful, this refinery could rewrite Nigeria's economic story. It could create thousands of jobs, stabilize fuel prices, and keep billions of dollars circulating within the country. Analysts say it may become one of the most impactful industrial projects in modern African history. Once again, Dangote wasn't just chasing profit, he was solving foundational problems. Beyond business, Dangote is deeply involved in philanthropy. Through the Dangote Foundation, he invests in healthcare, education, hunger relief, disaster response, and disease prevention. During Ebola and COVID-19, his support was critical. He believes Africa doesn't need temporary donations, it needs long-term systems that strengthen nations and uplift communities. Despite his wealth, Dangote lives with surprising discipline. He avoids luxury excess, rarely travels without purpose, and spends most of his time planning, inspecting, and building. When asked why he works so hard, he said, "I don't want to be the richest man in the graveyard." To him, wealth is a tool, not a trophy. His journey teaches powerful lessons. Start small, but dream beyond your limits. Reinvest profits, solve real problems, and never fear industries that others avoid. Dangote didn't chase fast money. He built factories, he built jobs, he built nations, and the money followed him naturally. His empire was engineered, not inherited. Today, Dangote stands as a symbol of African ambition, a reminder that greatness can rise from modest beginnings, a reminder that risk, vision, and persistence can transform economies, and a reminder that the world's most inspiring stories often come from places least expected. His legacy will influence generations of entrepreneurs. This is the untold story of a man who turned a small loan into a continental empire. From sweets in school to billion-dollar industries, from trading goods to reshaping nations, Aliko Dangote proved what is possible when ambition is matched with action. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment which biography you want next.